We have a minute 50 to be live.
Wanted to please my friends, but it felt like the end of myself. I was shut down and all drained out. I was lost, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they say, this is who I am. This is who I am now. They think that I have lost my mind, that I'm not being true, but they don't have a clue. 'Cause this is me when I cut out all of the shallowness and everything I suppress to fit in a small frame. But I won't play your game anymore, so I had to change.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of Mommy Guide Inc. Indeed, we don't normally go live on a Tuesday night or a Tuesday morning, but I thank you so much for still being here with us. All right, so again, Janet is the founder of Animal Paradise Communication and Healing LLC, our very special guest for tonight. It is our greatest joy to help people like us discover our unique way of communicating and healing with animals. Janet lives outside of Washington, D.C. in Virginia with her husband and two kitties, Luna and Max, and you might even be able to see them later on. Loving animals as far back as she can remember, Janet decided not to become a veterinarian, but instead follow one of her passions, and that's music, receiving a master's in music performance. But just for fun, she thought it would be totally different from anything she had done before and went back to undergraduate school to get a degree in broadcasting, right? That actually led her to 30 years of broadcast television as a broadcast television engineer. But the love for animals continued to call. And so, after working with hundreds and thousands of animals and humans that love them as animal communicator and Reiki practitioner, she began teaching others how to practice both modalities since 2004. Janet also hosts a live show every Friday noon Eastern time or midnight for us in the Philippines on YouTube and in the Animal Lovers Café on her Facebook group where she interviews various animal experts or she talks about topics that interest animal lovers to help and support them deepen their relationship with animals and all life. This and many other things we will talk about with Janet Dobbs, my very special guest for tonight. Again, so without much further ado, let's all welcome, first time on Mommy Guide Inc., Janet Dobbs. Hi, Janet. Hi. Okay, I think we didn't get your first part. Hi.
Hi.
All right, there
Hi,
you go.
everybody.
Yes, okay. It was, almost a touch and go move. Guys, we had a very, it's a frightening tech issue in the back, but, our watchers or viewers actually are so used to me having tech issues, so they're actually still here. Janet, thank you so much for bearing with me. I actually am the one who had tech issue, guys, so sorry for coming in late. All right, Janet, before we actually start and talk about this amazing topic, let's just say hi to the people in the chat. Tina says, breathe. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Because she was like, are you live already? I said, yes, we are. It's just that, we're having tech issues. So there you go. Reiki. All right. And Miss KM, good evening. Yes, Scarlett Vlog, magandang gabi present. Mona and Yus, hello, good evening. Andy H, hello. Andy Helper is, I think, Andy H. Hi, Andy. Thanks for dropping by. Hello, Mommy Lala. Hello, everyone. And Indy, thanks, Indy. Hi, everyone. Hi, Super. Hi, Mommy. Yes, thank you so much for dropping by again, Indy. Hello, Mommy Lala and Janet. Namaskaram. What's namaskaram? Hello there. All right, Tina saying hi to everybody. And of course, we have Anna. Anna, good morning, lady. So glad to catch you live. Yes, Anna, thank you so much for catching us live. I know it's pretty early for you guys over there. And we also have David. Hi, David. There you go. You guys are so awesome. Thanks for being here and for waiting. We actually entered a little bit late. Impressive. So may life energies this evening, morning, afternoon. Indeed. Wow, Janet, I love all the things you have accomplished. Music, broadcasting, and animals. Absolutely. And to boot that, she has a super wonderful, amazing personality, right? So during tech rehearse, we had a tech rehearse turned into a almost 3 hour chat, right?
It was so fun.
All right. So there, Andy and Anna saying hi to everyone. Actually, guys, Andy and Anna does a collaboration every 2 weeks on Anna's channel, Anna's Zagari Fate 52. There you go. Yes, Tina, we had audio issues. Super. Ate Margie, thanks for sharing. There you go. Hi, Janet from David. And Ate Margie saying hi to everyone. David Wayne. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. You all look beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Super Floop. All right. So, thank you so much. We've caught up with the chat.
Okay.
Again, thank you so much. Guys, just a reminder that if you need to listen to Janet and I, because I will be doing trivia time later on. And if you get to be the first or whatever number I tell you, then you get the chance to win a 50 peso GCash for tonight. And I'm giving away 10 of those. So people in the chat, please don't leave and stay with us. All right. So first and foremost, welcome back again, Janet.
Oh, thank you, Lala. I'm so happy to be here with your wonderful community.
Same here, I've actually been wanting to guest Janet for quite a while now, but as you know, she's on the other side of the world. So it's pretty hard to come up with, a common time. Thus, this special stream. All right, Janet. So tonight we're going to talk about Reiki. All right. So probably most of my people in my community don't even know what Reiki means, right? So Janet, what is Reiki?
Well, so while I'm kind of sharing some things, if you guys want to write in the comments, a couple of things. First of all, do you guys have any animals? Like, if you do, don't write yes or no. Write tell me dog, cat, horse, mouse,
All right.
bird, fish. So if you could share that would be fantastic. And also, how many of you are familiar with Reiki? Because it's really quick. Most people know it as hands-on healing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit different. But, just write Reiki yes or Reiki no.
All right.
So I can kind of have an idea, if you understand this or, know what it is or not. So back to what is Reiki? So Reiki, okay. Lala, I'm going to put up I'm going to just do that.
There you
Okay,
go.
good. Yay! Okay, so Reiki comes from Japan, and this is the Japanese symbols or letters, you guys might be able to help me with that because I don't know the language, that the top one with it looks like little raindrops coming down, that says Rei, R-E-I. And the bottom one is Ki, K-I. Now, you guys have probably heard of Chi. That's the Japanese word for the same thing. Okay, I'm not saying this right. In Japanese, it's Ki, and in Chinese, it's Chi. And for those of you that maybe you've had acupuncture or some other kinds of healing energy, Chi is the life force that runs through all of us. So Ki is the life force that runs through all of us, right? And Rei means spiritual. So the literal translation for Reiki is spiritual energy. So let me see. What is Reiki? Gosh, I could go on and on to tell you what it is, and I'm just gonna go back here. So
All
Reiki
right.
is a lot of people know Reiki to be just hands-on healing with a human, and you can practice this with animals. So that's what my passion is. So when I teach Reiki, I teach the human Reiki class, and then I include animals and help people how to offer Reiki to animals. So spiritual energy, right? What is that? We all have it, right? So it's just a way of, okay, a lot of people think of Reiki as just hands-on healing, but that's just a side effect. So Reiki, there's a whole system. So part of the whole system of Reiki, there are certain like little meditations that you do. And Reiki is about self-healing. So the focus, a lot of people like to focus on, I'm going to heal somebody else, right? I'm going to heal you, or I'm going to heal an animal. But if we don't heal ourselves first, how can we heal others? So it's kind of an inward journey, and then we can expand outwards. And so some of the other parts of the system of Reiki, I'm going to just share with you. So Reiki comes from Japan, as opposed to, there's a lot of myths. That is very ancient, right? So Lala, pop on in here anytime. I'm going to come
All
back
right.
up here.
I'm going to join you.
Come on in, Lala. So this is Mikao Usui. He's the founder of Reiki, as what we that are alive on this planet now know. Now, he was, obviously there was a photograph of him, so he was alive when photography was invented. He was born in 1865, and he died in 1926. So we're not talking, BC, and we're not talking, turn of the year one. To me, that's ancient. He was very much, he passed away just about 100 years ago. So, and he is the founder of what we call, Reiki. So he lived in Japan. He was of the martial arts. He was a Buddhist lay priest. So he had a wife and 2 children, a son and a daughter. And so that's where some of the principles, the practices came from him. And just to share with you one more thing that is kind of the foundation, what he originally taught before this man was a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant teacher. So if you guys have ever taught or had a teacher, for me, a brilliant teacher is somebody who can teach someone who doesn't have a clue about the subject, or someone who is an expert, and they can talk, they don't talk down to either one. They just meet you where you are. So he met, and he wasn't a doctor. He was not a medical doctor. So I think in the there is no proof of, but now his student Hayashi, who he was a medical doctor, and that's where a lot of the medical stuff came from. So a translation could have been a title that people called him, but he was not a trained, medical doctor.
Medical practitioner, yes.
But you know how you can get the name, like there's
Mm-hmm.
university degrees where you're doctors and you're not medical doctors, right? So, but anywho,
Victor.
he, I just, so he had, originally, he just taught spiritual principles, but a lot of people couldn't relate to that, right? So he had to learn different ways to meet different people where they were. So he taught a lot of people that were in the Navy. So there were the officers who were literate, they could read and write, and then there were the enlisted people, usually men, and they couldn't read or write. So how do you work with them? So just kind of moving on, just really quickly getting through the stuff of. So one of the this is like so the Reiki Precepts. You may or may not have heard of them. So if you're new to Reiki, one of the foundations of the system of Reiki are what are called the Reiki Precepts. And there's many versions of them, and the New Age movement kind of came in probably in the 90s and the 80s, and a lot of people changed the precepts to positive affirmations. But this isn't about something trying to make you feel good. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but it's kind of looking inward and healing ourselves. So think about this. For today only, staying in the moment, right, Lala? It's like we need to just kind of think about this moment. That's all we have. So that's kind of not a precept that just kind of goes with every single one. So for today only, do not anger. So you might like, well, how do I not anger? And one thing that really impressed me was many sayings of the Dalai Lama. Somebody said to him, how do you not get angry? And his response was, I get angry, I'm human. It's what I do with it. So do not anger. Anger is an illusion, right? So if you just meditate a little bit or sit with that do not anger, thinking about, so the goal is for not for us to not be angry. It's like, what do you do with it? It's like, oh, I'm really angry. Can you let it go a little faster? So then do not worry. Well, how do you not get worried? So do not worry. Fear is a distraction. So if you're in fear, why? What is making you afraid? So to take a look at that and your reaction, it's about helping us just look at ourselves and maybe become better. And one of my favorites is be grateful. So if you can, even if you're feeling angry or worried, if you could take a second and sit back and think of one thing you're grateful for, you might start to feel a little better, right? And then the next one is be true to your way and your being. That's kind of like be true to yourself. And then the final one, be compassionate to yourself and others. I really love that. And one thing, especially for mommies, but all of us, it says be compassionate to yourself first. So you need to just love yourself first, and then you can love others. But don't we? It's kind of like take your oxygen first. I'm really bad at that. I always try to help everybody else, but really, just to pay attention, to that. So, that's kind of a fast version of a system of Reiki, what it is, and.
So that's actually very important, right? Because for us to be able to move forward, we have to actually know first and understand the foundations, as you said, right? The precepts of what Reiki is all about. So first, look within, right? Start with oneself before you are actually able to heal or help others. So the people in the chat have actually amazing comments about this, Janet.
Good.
Anna says, yes, Anna said, I have noticed that when I am sad, Lucy gets super concerned and licks me. I don't like it, but I do. She's the sweetest thing. And Tina is saying, foundation of Reiki is called Reiki Precepts. Yes, look inward and heal ourselves. Yes, that's so powerful, Anna is saying. Fear is distraction. Wow. Yes. Victor, you are not. You have taught me stuff in your videos, answering my question. Yes, because Victor said earlier on in the chat that he's not a good teacher nor a good student. I think he said right. But Anna is saying no,
Like,
you are. Really need this
yes.
reminder of gratefulness. Yes, again,
Mhm.
there were 5 precepts, right? So do not anger, do not worry, be grateful, be true to yourself, and be compassionate to yourself and others. All right. So a lot of people think that if you think of yourself, do
Right.
things first for yourself, it's selfish,
Right.
right?
And I used to think that until I had a really wise teacher
Mm-hmm.
say, no, it's not selfish, self-caring.
Self-caring. There
Doesn't
you
that
go.
change everything?
Exactly. All right. So,
Yeah.
and then Tina is saying, yes, this is like you can't pour an empty cup. Yes, right?
Oh,
It
that's
has to start
beautiful.
from within. Yes. And Arnelmo
Yeah.
channel, mega love shout out host. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnelmo, for dropping by. Kinig lang po kayo and then later po magpapa Gcash po ako. All right. So Janet, next question is, okay, so now that we know the background or the basics of, how Reiki started, and then what are the precepts or foundations of this practice.
Mhm.
So now, why is it important, and why do you think people should know about Reiki?
Gosh, there's so many reasons. I feel for me, it changed my life. The way I found out about it, um, I was taking. It was back in the 1990s, and I was
Mm-hmm.
taking an advanced animal communication workshop. I was kind of getting started with learning how to communicate with animals, and I walked into this group, and all of these females were standing around participants, and they were smiling really big, and they were doing this. And I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, Reiki. And I'm like, what's that?
Uh-huh.
And they're doing this, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't. And they were like, put your hands together. Can't you feel it? And I'm like, no. I tried, and I was like, okay, but they're happy. I don't know what they're doing. But
Mm-hmm.
what I later found out when I came home from the course, I found a Reiki class. I took it, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. But what I later learned is what they were doing. Let's see, my microphone's in the way. So if you place your hands together.
All right. I'll join Janet.
Okay, so just breathe normally. Oh,
All
I
right.
wasn't planning on doing this. Okay, just breathe normally, and then just place your hands together and just see if you can feel anything between your hands, and then bring them apart a little bit, and then bring them together. And sometimes it's just really nice to do when nobody's around, but just breathe and feel. And so you might, just play and you might feel like some tingling
Mm-hmm.
or cool or warmth. Your hands you can even put your hands together, rub them together, and then bring them apart a little bit. And just see if you feel anything. Just breathe nice and slow in and out. And you might have to come apart of it. And you might even feel like, how magnets, when they come together, two
They
magnets, they
repel.
go like that.
Yes.
But then when they repel, so you
Mhm.
might feel like at a point as you're coming together, your hands kind of want to go like, ooh, they don't want to come together. Ooh, they're kind of. So what that is, it's not necessarily Reiki, it's energy, and it's your energy. So you can play with this afterwards. It's really kind of a fun thing to do. Just play with it. And then when you find your energy, like a little energy ball, then
Mhm.
see how big you can make it, right? And just go out as far as you can and like, oh, I lost it. Okay, so come back in further. So this is like one of the first things I teach in a Reiki class. It's important to feel our energy. And then I do a little exercise where the students, this was back when we were in person, but I would pair people up, and so they would have their little energy ball, and then somebody would come in, and then they would put their hands like that, and they would play with the energy, making it bigger or smaller. And what that is to experience. So first you know what your energy feels like, and then when you have your little Reiki ball together, you can experience what it's like, what somebody else's energy is like, then combined with yours. It's really fun. So you might want to just play with this with a friend or a relative or something, see what happens. But it's energy. It's not necessarily Reiki, but it's learning what your energy is, because we all have, just like thumbprints, fingerprints
So
that are unique to
individual.
us,
So no two persons are like alike in terms of the
our
energy
energy.
that we
Yeah,
have. All right.
yeah.
So
Kind
David
of
is
like your aura,
saying,
right?
yes, something like
David,
aura.
like
So
in
David's
an
saying, like in
airplane.
an airplane, they tell you to put an oxygen mask
Yeah,
first. Okay, then
yeah,
help those around you. All right.
absolutely.
And Andy is saying, not selfish. Oh, I love this, Andy. If I'm not for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for
Mm,
myself, what am I? Right? So, although it
beautiful.
starts with you, it
Yeah.
doesn't end with you, right? This is awesome, Andy. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for that.
So
And Indy
it,
saying, I was fear of heights until I received ocean. So there you go. So it's
I
a
love it.
matter of perspective, right? So the burger is in the way. All right. Yes, Janet. So importance. Yes.
Oh, one thing, as you were reading some of the comments, it
Mm-hmm.
just reminded me. So what's some of the goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to feel better inside of us, in our heart, in our soul, right? But then we all have this bright light inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
But because of some of the stuff of life, we start putting on all these layers of stuff, of gunk. And it happens from the time you're born until as we get older, there's more and more stuff of life.
Yeah.
And so it's like putting on lampshades. So if you have a lampshade, or even say like the sun is always shining, but the clouds come in front of the sun, right? But the sun's still there. We just can't see it.
Yeah, just covered.
So as you do, like, working on the different practices in the system of Reiki, the more so there's also some meditation techniques. I'm going to teach you one if you guys stick around. What it's doing is helping us become better, and also this beautiful, bright, shining light that is you, helping it to shine outward so everybody can see your beautiful, bright, shining light. And then your light, and then somebody else's light. So our lights are all shining brighter and brighter, and the world becomes a better place. And all we have to
Wow.
do is take care of ourselves. Isn't that kind of cool? I mean, when I
Exactly.
learned that, I was like, wow.
We should have more of this, especially here. We just
We need it
finished
everywhere.
our national elections yesterday, Janet. And
Mm-hmm.
so, although we don't want to talk about that, but
Politics.
people have been in so much, stress of different
Yes.
forms. So this is actually a very nice way to look in first, all right, and just feel better first, okay, and forget about all the things that have been, as Janet has said, we have somehow placed upon ourselves one layer after the other until we finally like feel like lost sight of what how it is to be the following precepts that you have mentioned: be grateful, be not worried, be not angry, right? So that's amazing. Again, so how does one receive Reiki treatment? As you said, right? Reiki can be
Yes.
used as a way to heal oneself and
Yes.
others,
Yes.
right?
So, I forgot to tell you this part. In the system
Mm-hmm.
of Reiki,
Mm-hmm.
there originally, and this is how I teach, there are 3 levels. So there's the beginning, the first level, that's
Mm-hmm.
called Shoden, which means beginning teachings. That's the Japanese word. Level 2 is called Okaden, which is inner teachings, inner,
Mm-hmm.
going inward, right? And then the third level is called Shippuden, which stands for mystery teachings. That's the Japanese word, right? And I always go like, you've heard, you've heard of like the mystery languages or the mystery whatevers, and I'm like, what's the mystery? You know, so of all kinds of different kinds of spiritual teachings, I've always heard throughout. They're these are the mystery teachings, and ancient, really ancient stuff, right? And I'm like, oh, what's the mystery? So the mystery is inside of us. I never believed that until I started just practicing. And part of the practicing is learning how to be quiet, to just be with yourself. And for me, it's to also be with an animal. So I include animals in all of my practices and all of my teachings. And then you asked the question, Lala, about a Reiki session. Right? So for a human, you go to a Reiki practitioner to receive a treatment, and it usually happens on I call it a Reiki table, but it could be a massage table, and it can be seated in a chair. But the best ones is when you get to lie down and you keep your clothes on. You might take your shoes off, but you keep your clothes on. It's not like a massage, and and then you just set your intention to receive whatever you're going to receive. And usually the practitioner will do hands-on healing, no private parts touch, but like they might like this, they might
head.
So, and just whatever part of the body, there's different ways. So we're taught hand positions at first, throughout the body from head to toe. But as somebody becomes more advanced and practice a lot, you learn that your intuition, you intuitively know where the person needs some healing. And so it's not necessarily by this little rote thing. It's kind of cool.
So
And
there's
then-
definitely a part of the Reiki treatment or process where the person really needs either the person themselves healing themselves or another person trying to heal somebody, that they have to touch certain parts of the body, or just
They do not have to touch.
Just
So
okay.
You can do hands-on or hands-off. So hands-off would be off the body like this, in some location, I'm sorry, but, in some location of the body. So, or if I like to be, I like hands-on healing because it feels so good. And what do you feel? Oh, everybody feels something different. Energy is different. And so you can feel warmth or maybe a little tingling, maybe cool. Everybody feels something different.
All right. So Janet, what if somebody maybe somebody doesn't believe in Reiki but was invited by a family or a friend. So will Reiki still work if the person receiving the Reiki treatment doesn't believe in the process?
I think that depends, because let me see, how can I put this? So if somebody for me, there's ethics that go along with this. So if you don't want a session, I would never, I would talk to somebody. I would offer, there used to be cat shows, like the International Cat Show here outside of Washington, D.C. And I would go and have a booth, and I would offer Reiki sessions, and I would have my students come with me. And people didn't have a clue as to what it was. And so I would set up a chair. They would sit in a chair. They would hold their kitty cat because they were showing their kitty cats. I don't do that kind of thing, but they were, they would hold their kitty cat, and I would ask them if it was okay if I touched them. So permission, is they give me permission, and I say hands on, hands off, whatever they want. And so if it's hands on, I touch their head. If it's not, and I just give them, and this is what it's like. Whenever I would go work with an animal, people would have me come to their homes, or they would come to me to offer their animal a Reiki session. Before I would ever start, I would say, have you ever had a Reiki session yourself? 9 times out of 10, they say no. So would you like to experience what your animal is going to experience? So I would do, offer them a little very short seated session, and then I would invite them to stay with me and help me, in this together, because we're in this together. It's not separate. So Reiki is also about oneness. We're all one. It's kind of an interesting concept for me, but the animals understand that.
All right. So normally, you in your case, normally
my
it's
case.
With the animal.
Well, for me, no, I do both. I
You do
have done
both.
in the past. So, I would do absolutely human sessions.
All
With a table, I have the full thing. But what would happen often? Well, let me share with you. I don't know if this is going to work. I have right now. I have two kitties.
Yes, Luna.
That's little Luna. She's like right around the corner in the window. She's taking a nap. So she's like, okay, you guys are paying attention. So it's hard to kind of tell, but that is little Luna. And she is very aware of what we're doing. She usually is on this.
Yes, over there.
Blanket right there. That's for her. That's why it's like, why do you have blankets behind you? Well, it's for the kitties. They like to come and hang out whenever I'm live. And this is I think this is the first time I've been able to share this with my little kitty cam. But animals really know how to be and be in the energy. They know this. It comes naturally. It's nothing strange. And I just got corrected. So I listen to animals.
They were able to see Luna. As I said, maybe they will be able to see the cats today. All right.
Yes, there's one. Max is somewhere else. That's Luna. Max is someplace else. I don't know. So what was that? I missed that.
Okay, so Andy was saying could be open to having a confident relationship with the unknown. Yes. Right? Probably the energy, right? So sometimes you just have to be open, right? And Tina saying, Andy, that was nice about the concept of self and not as perceived as being selfish. And there you go. Oh, she's very fluffy.
Oh. She is fluffy.
Yes, my daughter loves cats. There you go.
She has 3 little golden toes, and her tail is very floofy, and it's kind of like a raccoon's tail. Yeah.
She's saying just being around cats makes me very happy. Yes, that's my daughter. She loves cats, and my son loves dogs. So there, one loves cats, one loves dogs. All right. So when one does receive Reiki treatment, Janet, so how will you know that it's somehow working, or how does it work? So you said that you somehow either hands on or hands off, and then eventually you will be able to determine what is wrong, where something is wrong. So how does it eventually now works? And then does it have to be like multiple sessions, or is it a lifestyle already that you have to do this like every so often, or is a one-time thing enough? So how do you think, or can you share to us how it's done?
And if I, get off track from what you mean, please bring me back.
All right.
So every session is different, right? So and there's a lot of myths out there about Reiki. Like some people will say, my computer's doing something funny. Sorry. Tell me if I go away.
No. You're good.
I was like, oh no, what just happened? I just had a static electricity kind of a thing.
Oh.
My eCam is going crazy. Uh-oh.
Just a little lag, but it's good now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's like that was just strange. I was like, please don't go away. Okay, a Reiki session. I've had a bazillion. I can't have enough because I just love how I feel. And it's kind of like me time when somebody else offers me Reiki. Now, I haven't had a session in a long time, especially because of COVID. But you can offer Reiki at a distance. We'll not get into that just yet, unless you're ready for me to do that. Okay, so your question can you have, how many? How often?
Yes.
That's up to you.
Mm.
You can do it every day. You can have a session every many times during the day. It just feels good, you know. And now, how do you know? First of all, as a practitioner, how do I know it's working? Often it's like the feedback from the human. Now the animals, I get different kinds of feedback because I can hear them. I can ask them, but also you physically see them. And the thing that's wonderful about working with animals is there's no placebo, really. They either respond or they don't respond. And it's not because you planted an idea, oh, you're going to be better. That doesn't work that way with the animals, right? So that's where I've learned so much about how to go deeper with the system of Reiki and the healing and my own self-healing from animals. So back to your question, how often? As often as you like. And if you're paying somebody for a session, how much can your pocketbook afford? I always teach somebody, and this is part of the beginning Reiki 1, is you learn how to do a self-healing session for yourself.
That's great.
And
So
what
start
that
with self
and so
first.
well, you can, yeah. And a lot of people don't, but you can,
Like a self-healing Reiki session, if you want to learn how, okay, so like a Reiki training, so to speak. All right, so how does that go? Where do they go and how long does it take? Like if they want to have like a Reiki training with you, not just a session, they really want to be able to do this, like especially now, if ever, like like something happened, like what happened to us in the pandemic, we cannot even
yeah.
go out and have probably have Reiki sessions or even massage or even bring our animals to doctors or to other events, right? Or even outside for safety reasons. So how does one go about being trained in Reiki?
Well, just to really quickly answer your question, your comment about you have to come to me. No, you don't have to come to me for classes or for sessions. I do just what's called distant healing. There is no time and space, Einstein.
Wow.
So, and I do, if I can communicate with an animal around the world, why can't we offer healing? It works. It's pretty amazing. So when the pandemic started, I was about to teach a beginning animal Reiki course, and we had to cancel it. And I said, okay, I can teach you online. And they were like, no, I'd rather be in person with the animals. And I'm like, yeah, I would do. They're like, oh, it's going to be over in a month. I'm like, no, it's not. But
It took 2
anyhow,
years.
I finally in August I did teach an online group. Now, how long? There are people that will teach Reiki all 3 levels in one day or one weekend. Do not work with them. Because energy is energy, and you need to experience what it feels like at each level as you grow. It would be like, hey, I want to run a marathon, and you just go run the marathon. That's not
Oh
going to
no,
work
you
out
need to
very well,
train.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you need to have the time to experience. And what I did with this class, I taught it instead of over a weekend, I taught it over 6 weeks. So we were able to go deeper. And then I ended up having a surgery, and the group was really wonderful. So while I was recovering, I was kind of working with them a little bit, giving them things to do. We ended up, it was a 6-month course.
Wow.
And there were some people that I had taught already that were the teacher level. They had just come back to just get, review from a different point of view. And I'm still with some of them right now. We've formed a going very deep advanced. So you can,
Yes. So
the
Reiki is not
longer
something
it's,
that is like something like academic thing where you get to learn, you finish a module, that's done. Right? So it's Reiki is something really, really personal, experiential, as I may
yes,
say.
yes, yes.
Therefore, there is really no set time or
No.
rule for it, as Janet has been saying. So again, it's a lot of information has been open. As I'm
Yes.
Reiki, no, because actually I've really not heard of Reiki until I've met Janet. So I've been really, really fascinated about it and really want to know more, about it. Janet is like this. I don't even know if Janet gets mad. She's always like,
Oh
she
God, are you
talks
kidding?
like this. She's always seem very calm, not flustered. She says, as she said, right? So there's always anger. We're humans, but how you deal with anger, how you deal with worry. All right. So those things can be taught, can be, managed. Again, Reiki is one of those that Janet teaches. All right. So if you are liking what we have been discussing so far, you can actually follow Janet on her
Oh,
Facebook. She actually has a Facebook group called Animal Lovers Café, where she goes live simultaneously on her Facebook every Friday, noontime her time, and midnight our time. Right? So this is a free group, guys. So if you want to join, just
yes,
head on over to their Facebook group, Animal Lovers Cafe, and ask to join. Probably you'll
oh,
just need to answer several questions for safety reasons to be able to
yes,
join. All right. And of course, she has also an Instagram. It's Janet Dobbs Animal Paradise. I hope that you will also follow and like her Instagram page. And of course, on YouTube, where she goes diligently, consistently every Friday noon. It's Animal Paradise Communication and Healing. And for more information, everything is here. It's on her website. It's animalparadisecommunication.com. And because Janet loves us so much, she actually is giving out this one as well to the community. Where is that? There you go. Hold on. I am missing it.
even
Hold
that one.
on, guys. Not that one. Where
Oh, I'll do that one. That one's yeah. That
where
one's
is it?
extra special.
I cannot find it. Yeah.
You'll
Go.
find it.
Go.
Well, it's in the
I'm
comments, right? It's
I'm
in the
messing up
comments.
my stream
I mean,
deck. Yes.
I'm
Anyways,
sorry.
I
It's in the
cannot.
description.
Yes, it's in the
It's in
description,
the description.
but I placed it here, but somehow it is
It's okay.
missing.
It's
One more
okay.
time, guys. I know I have it here. There you go. I
Oh
got it.
wow, let me see that.
There, because Janet loves us so much, she has these free offerings and links, guys, and it's also in the description. She has this free transformational guided meditation to experience with your animals. All you need to do on the link, on the description, is click on those links. And there's even one where it's a 21-day meditation with your animals. Again, it's free. All right.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you so much, Janet, for those freebies that you're providing
Oh,
for
my
the
pleasure.
community. All right, it's in the
And you guys might.
description, guys, of this YouTube video, and also on the Facebook page where this is posted. All right. So Janet,
Yes.
on top of, so you said Reiki training, so there's no specific
Mhm.
time, it varies. Again, this is amazing. I never thought that Reiki training can actually, and Reiki healing can actually be done not face to face. I thought it
Yes.
needed to be like that. So this is actually wonderful. But something that we probably need to clarify, okay,
Yes.
Reiki is not something that can absolutely heal every disease or everything that is wrong with you, right?
Well,
It's a combination.
nobody should make those kinds of claims,
All right. So because
right?
sometimes people think that when we say healing, that they can
No.
absolutely be healed. Of course, this is,
So
yes, Janet.
I have something that is really important. So
Mm-hmm.
Reiki not only heals on the physical level, so spiritual energy, right? The
Spiritual.
life force, right? That's inside of all of us. So when we offer Reiki or we open to receive whatever we might need, that's what I'm always very clear with. open to receive whatever you might need. So maybe we need healing on the physical level. Like, let's say I did have shoulder surgery. I want to be healed here. But what if, so Reiki heals on the the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. So what if whatever's going on here, I have some kind of an emotional issue that's causing this, but I don't know that I have that emotional issue. But Reiki knows where to go. It knows what to do. We need to get out of the way and just trust.
All right.
And so just to give you a little idea, it's like I might not know that healing is taking place because maybe it's taking place on a spiritual level, a deep level, right? Or an emotional level, and then the physical can heal.
All right. So
that.
that's amazing. So what we talk about, so what Janet is basically saying is that Reiki is not just about, physical healing, because maybe there's something else that needs to be healed in one's body. It's not just the physical, but maybe you have an emotional, spiritual, okay, healing that is needed. All right, that's great. All right, so again, okay, so thank you so much for clarifying that. And we have Marcus. Hi, Marcus.
Yes.
Yay! Thank you, Andy. Thanks for dropping by. He says hi, Janet, and hi to me as well. From out of the sky comes the coolest of guys, and Marcos is his name. Yes, Marcos is his name. I would have wanted it, Andy, if you would be the one to actually say that, right? It's so different when Andy actually delivers these kinds of things, right? Thank you so much, Andy. Yes, and way to go, Janet. Very impressive. Indeed, Andy. I need to buy a dog to join this. Oh, because Tina used to have several dogs, but they all died. So she is actually missing. Yeah, she loves animals, but just recently, because of the pandemic as well, they have not been able to actually get a new one or have a new one. All right. So Janet also does not do Reiki. Of course, you do animal communication, right? That's the name of her company. It's Animal Paradise Communication and Healing. And the healing part is basically Reiki. Yes. All right. So if you guys are also interested in animal communication, we would probably need to have Janet back and talk more about animal communication next time, right? So before we actually leave, guys, if you have questions, please put them in the chat, and we would, Janet would be, would be glad to actually answer or any of your questions or comments. And then, but I've seen Reiki done on horses. It's fascinating.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to teach all of my so for a period of about 7 to 10 years, I taught all of my Reiki courses at a place called Travelers Rest Equine Elder Sanctuary.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it was, retired horses, whatever, that ended up there. And they became our teachers. Just amazing to work with the horses. And at that place, they had, the director also had their own dogs and cats. So, it was a great place to go to learn to work on ourselves, but also then to share it with the animals. So with animals, a lot of people, when they work with animals, they do, I'm not going to do this to you guys, but they do something like this. It's called beaming. And so just really quickly, if an animal, a prey animal, sees this, they think it's an attack animal. The animals taught me, don't do that. Especially deer. I work with, the deer come into my yard. So when we work with an animal, if you know how to, if you already have, your Reiki attunements in whatever level, 1, 2, 3, instead of doing that with an animal, think of offering a plate of cookies. So pretend you've got a plate of Reiki cookies and you offer to the animal, would you like a cookie? And they might say, yeah, okay, I'll have one. And then let's say you got a whole herd of horses. So would you like a cookie? I want the whole plate. Okay. And it's like, well, you're out. No, because I'm going to, Lala, are we out of time? I mean,
No,
I'd
no,
love to
no,
teach
no, no.
you
I'm
guys.
actually,
I'd love to teach you
yeah, this
guys
is
a little bit.
pretty exciting. Yes. So, what?
Before we go, if you guys stick around, I want to teach you guys. I'll do a short version of
Mhm.
a traditional Japanese Reiki meditation
All
that,
right.
to me, is the foundation of offering Reiki. And so, but anyhow, so you just offer to them, and it's like, and then one person is like, oh no, thank you, I don't want any right now. So instead of my ego being hurt, like, oh, they don't like me,
Mm-hmm.
they don't want me to offer Reiki. And I'm not saying do Reiki, I'm saying offer. So there's a big difference. So they have a choice. It's about empowering the animals. When we humans go to somebody or ask somebody to offer Reiki, we've given permission. But the animals are always forced to, like,
Do this,
do
yeah.
things,
Yes.
right? So this is about empowering them, the way that I work
Because we
and the way
don't
that I
really
teach.
know how to talk to them properly, right? It's more or less we always dictate what needs to be done
Yeah.
as pet owners most of the time,
And so
right?
think about this, just being with them, being in the moment, they can teach us how to be. And that's where that's the place you need to be before you begin to offer. So if you don't have an animal, because a lot of people don't,
Mm-hmm.
I work with people that don't have animals, and it's fine because guess what? I mean, Marcus knows. Um, it's there's birds outside. There's, depending on wherever you live in the world, or squirrels or deer, or maybe you might live someplace where there are bears. I don't, but all kinds of animals that are all over the world that are unique to a fish. Have you ever had a fish tank? I did when I was growing up,
Yes,
or
we
a
did
fish
when I was
pond.
younger. Yes. When I was in high school, I
When
think we did.
when you sit with that, doesn't that make you relax and feel calm and you forget about everything else? I mean, for me, it did. I'd watch the fish and I'd hear the water circulating and I'd just be like mesmerized. That's that state that you want to be in. Of It's kind of it's very grounded, connected to Mother Earth. You want to be in this beautiful place and space that the animals, most of them, live in. So, getting into that space and then coming from that place when you offer, it's kind of you're in it together, as opposed to me and you.
Mm-hmm.
We, it's a whole different way of thinking about stuff. So, anyhow,
Amazing, right? So now it's like probably a new way of looking at things. If you are an animal, you have animals as pets, okay, as part of your family. Actually here, we love even they're become part of their the family. So even like in the car there's a space for them, right? The
yes,
sticker, so it's mom, dad, baby, brother, and sister, and then you have the dogs and the cats
the
as
dog
part
and
of.
the cat.
Exactly. Okay. But then, okay, we actually can learn more than just being with them. We can actually learn how to um, become more relaxed and even healing through animals, as you know what Janet does and teaches. So Janet, I think
Yes,
you said you would teach us a short demo
yes,
on how
yes.
to the basics of Reiki. And then Janet, after that, if it's possible, if you could
Hmm?
stay around for me doing my raffle. Okay,
Oh,
my
fun.
yes,
Yes.
I'm gonna do actually trivia, so you can help me, like
Ooh,
give
okay,
out the trivia, right? So
that would be fun.
it's fun. Okay, so first let's try out the
Okay,
demo. All right, so everybody
okay.
in the chat, join us, join Janet and I before we actually do our little game after.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a traditional Japanese Reiki meditation. So
Mm-hmm.
you're like, meditation, I don't do that. I used to say that too. It's not there's
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of meditations.
Mm-hmm.
So just being quiet. And the purpose of that is to help us relax. It's like, let go of your fears, let go of your anger, just be with yourself. So this is kind of I'm going to do a short version, and you just breathe at your own pace, what's comfortable for you. I don't want you to, please don't go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't breathe like that. So I'm going to guide you through this technique. And the meditation, the Japanese word is called Jashin Kyokyo Ho.
Oh,
If you want
wow.
to look it up, you can. Um, so, so just, okay. So I want you to just feel your body and feel your feet on the ground. You might want to close your eyes, or you can leave them open. You can look through your eyes like soft focus, kind of looking through your eyelashes. Whatever's comfortable for you. Just breathe normally right now. Just feeling your body, feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your connection with Mother Earth through your feet on the ground. And I want you to take a nice, slow in-breath and imagine healing energy is flowing in with your breath, filling your lungs, and going down to your belly, down around your belly button. And then when you breathe out, imagine the healing energy is flowing out through your skin and into your surroundings in all directions. Now breathing at your own pace, take another nice slow in-breath, taking your time, imagining healing energy flowing in with your breath, filling your lungs, going down to your belly. There's an energy center right just below your belly button called your Hara Center, Hara, otherwise known as the Danten or the Tendan. So feel the energy in your belly. And as you breathe out, imagine this beautiful healing energy is flowing out through your skin into your surroundings. Breathe in again, nice and slow, taking your own time. Imagining healing energy flowing in with your breath, down to your Hara Center, your belly. You might feel warmth there. Beautiful healing energy. Feel it flowing through every cell in your being. And as you breathe out, taking your own time, imagine this beautiful healing energy flowing out through your skin into your surroundings. Just do this one more time. Breathing in at your own pace, imagining healing energy flowing in with your breath, down to your Hara Center, your belly, flowing through your whole body. As you breathe out nice and slow, imagine this beautiful healing energy flowing out through your skin into your surroundings. Now breathe normal and just sit in this healing space that you've created, that we've created with each other. Just for a moment, just breathing normal. And when you feel complete, slowly open your eyes, look around, and smile.
I love how
So
we
how
ended that
was
with a
that?
smile.
Always.
That was so nice, Jan. It was so relaxing. I was like, I almost want to go to sleep. It was so relaxing that way, right? So guys, if you want to be able to do this again, guided meditation, right? Do we call that somehow a guided
Yes,
meditation? Because you are
yes.
beginners, right? If you've never actually experienced being doing Reiki. So this is something like what you do in Reiki, or what you can do in Reiki, right, Janet?
Absolutely.
So you can replay this, all right? And if you probably want more, there's probably more about this topic on
Yes.
Janet's channel and her group. Okay, if you miss that, okay, on her Facebook, okay, you can join the group Animal Lovers Cafe. That's a Facebook group where she goes live simultaneously on her YouTube channel every Fridays, 12 a.m., 12 noon Eastern, and 12 midnight Philippine time, on Animal Paradise, Communication, and Healing. Right? Let's bring Janet to that 100 level, guys. All right,
Oh,
she's
thank you.
almost to that 100 level. So if you have not yet subscribed to her, I hope that you would consider doing so, because you can, learn so much about what we have done so far tonight and many more. And of course, she has her Instagram. It's Janet Dobbs Animal Paradise. And there you go. And also, don't forget that she actually gave us some freebies. Again, this is just, like the tip of the iceberg. There's so
Mhm.
many more things that we can you can experience with Reiki and know more about Reiki if you just follow Janet on her socials. It's also in the description of this video and on Facebook. All right. So again, Janet, thank you so, so
Thank
much.
you,
But I will not
Lala.
let you go yet because you're
Okay.
going to join us in the game. All right. So everybody, this
Great.
is the part where, it's like a classroom. This is the part where it looks like a classroom, but it's going to be fun, just so to make sure that we actually, learned something tonight. Okay. So we would be asking some questions, okay, to the people in the chat right now. So if you are from the Philippines, this is a 50 peso GCash, all right? And if you are not from the Philippines, oh, she's still there in the window. Yes.
Luna
If
wants
you
to
are
be
not
part
from
of
the
it.
Philippines, then we can send it to you via PayPal or a super chat if you are a monetized channel already, or a buy me a coffee. All right. So first question. Okay, maybe let's alternate. Janet, if you like, can ask them a question. So people in the chat, okay? So everybody in the Filipino community, mega love shout out po. Florence, you got channel. Alright, pakitawag na po ang lahat. Mag-uumpisa na po tayo sa ating GCash challenge. Alright, thank you so much, Doc Ree, Mono and Yus. Mono and Yus is actually a dentist. He's a doctor in our community. Can you send me some Starbucks? Who is this? Yasin Yach. Sorry, we don't do Starbucks cards here. All right. So I don't know who this is. Okay, but thanks for dropping by in the stream. Anyway, all right. So first question, guys. Okay. What is Reiki? What is Reiki? Hello, Jeffrey Mamposti. Hello po. All right. What? Yes, Tina. I was like shocked. Okay, I should have read it before I placed it on the chat. Yes. All right. So, Teens, can you do the moderating for you know who? Ano na lang natin siya. Okay. So, guys, okay, in the chat, what is Reiki? All right. First person to give us the right answer wins 50 peso GCash. Tina says
Nice.
Reiki is energy healing. Excuse me. Is this correct, Janet?
It's partially correct.
Partially correct. So let's give
Yes.
her that 50 pesos still.
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you, Tina.
It is
Okay, but
energy
it's
healing.
partially correct because the right answer is Janet.
Spiritual energy is the definition. So technically, energy healing is right.
Spiritual
Yes, 100%.
energy. There you go.
It's what
The
it means.
definition of
Yes,
Reiki.
yeah.
All right.
But
And
it is
Reiki,
energy healing.
exactly. So okay. Mono and use Docry's healing technique with energy. All right. So is that correct, Janet?
That's part of it.
Yes.
So yes, let's say yes. I'll keep it short.
All right. So Jeffrey and everybody in the chat, this is the part where you guys get to win 50 peso GCash. So first is Tina. Number 2. Reiki actually came from 2 Japanese words, right, Janet? What do
Yes.
these 2 Japanese words mean? Rei and ki. Go. Okay, second person to give me the right answer wins. All right, go guys. As I said,
No way.
all you needed to do was
I'm
just
already
join
there.
us in the stream. All right. Okay, and then get the answer right. Okay, so while we're waiting for the people in the chat to actually answer, all right. So, Janet, do you have do have a stream this Friday, right?
I do. I guess I better figure out what that's going to be. No, I do. Yes,
Yes.
I will. I
All
promise.
right. Okay, so guys, what is the answer? Ray and Key. Okay. Is it too hard? Am I asking too difficult questions, guys?
I just told you.
Okay, again. Okay, there. Janet is whispering the answer. Okay, let's give them a clue. Chrissy Travel Vlog, Mega Love, shout out. Hula po kayo. I already won. No, that's okay, Tina. Okay, because people are universal and life. Ray and Key. Okay, the two words Ray and Key stand for what? Okay, it was mentioned earlier. Okay, maybe we can give them the answer.
Okay, so Ray translates. Now there might be other translations, right?
Mhm.
Because
Ray
when we
is
translate languages, right? Some people might translate one word one way, and somebody might translate it a different way, right?
Mhm.
So my understanding of the translation is that Ray means spiritual, and Qi is like Qi in Chinese,
Mhm.
energy.
Energy.
So,
All right, spiritual energy.
spiritual
Tina
energy.
says because she's
The life force,
what do you call this?
yes.
She is a Jedi. She
Yeah.
says life force.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Life force. There you
Yes,
go.
of course.
All right. So, Tina, maybe I'm asking too hard questions. Maybe we
Yeah.
should ask
Good
easier
simple.
questions. All right. So,
Good
Tina, once again. All right. Haha, Jedi, right? Because he said life force. All right. So, maybe let's just give them a just easy ow, ow. You know what happened? This finger of mine, I don't know what. It's like it's stuck there when I try to lift. It's so painful.
Don't do that.
Trigger, not trigger finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time I've experienced this. Oh, it's very painful. I need
Do
Reiki.
that. Do that.
That.
Just hold your finger.
Oh, it's so painful.
Don't. Oh, ice. I don't know what to do for trigger finger though.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. Don't move. I'll do this. Pulikat. Yes, I think so. Yeah, may pulikat din pala sa fingers, no? Right? Okay. All right. So let's try to give fun questions this time. Easier questions. All right.
Okay.
So this is easy. What is Janet Dobbs' YouTube channel name? Go! In the chat, go! What is Janet Dobbs' YouTube channel name? All right, again, this is the third 50 peso. Oh, I can't even hold my pen. All right. There you go, guys. Yes, I think it's cramps. You can have cramps on your finger? That is so weird. All right, so, okay, where is everybody? Everybody's silent.
That was a hard one though.
No, it's easy because it's in the description.
Oh,
Right?
course.
So there you go.
She-
Super flu, animal paradise, communication, and healing. There you go. Super flu, correct. All right. So super flu, correct. All right. So next question. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, guys. You can do this. Animal paradise website. No, I said YouTube channel. All right. Next one. Do you have a question, Janet? Just an easy one?
No, a question? Yes,
Mhm.
I got an easy one.
Okay.
Can animals receive Reiki?
Oh, great. Can animals receive Reiki? Just a yes or no? All right. Just a yes or no? Okay.
50 chance here.
Okay, go, guys. Can animals receive Reiki? Yes or no? Jeffrey. All right. Jeffrey said yes. All right. So that's correct, Janet, right? Yes.
Yes.
And Mona and you said yes as well. And David says yes. And Marco said, oh, everybody's saying yes. But first one is
Anybody wins.
Jeffrey. All right. Thank you, guys. So I think I was asking really hard questions.
Yes, you were.
All right. So that, Jeffrey, you're number 5. Oh, okay, hold on. Number 1 was Tina. Number 2 was Tina again. Number 3 was Super Floop. Number 4 was Jeffrey. Oh, just the fourth. Okay, so number 5 question. Okay, you have another question, Janet?
This is a tricky one, so it doesn't count.
Ah, tricky?
Can animals offer Reiki?
Oh, I think you mentioned it a bit, right?
I don't
Okay.
think I did.
You didn't? Okay. But okay, if you know this, okay, then so yes or no? Just yes or no, Janet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you ask the question again? Can
animals offer you Reiki?
Okay, so can animals offer us Reiki? Yes or no? Go. Okay, Doc Ree, Mono and you says yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So congratulations, Doc Ree. Yes. Okay, so how it's done? Of course, you need to take
Practice.
Reiki. Yes, and then you need to practice as well. All right. So first start with, as we learned from Janet, start with self first, right?
And so a couple of things you can start with that little breathing technique I taught you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that with or without an animal. And if you guys remember, it's like part of it is like breathing the energy. You breathe in the energy, you breathe it out through your skin, and it goes into your surroundings. I didn't go into details, but it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, the energy. And that's it, really. So animals, they can choose to walk in or anyhow, I won't get into it. I'll just end up teaching. I'm teaching a whole class here. Sorry, guys.
That's how passionate Janet is about, animal communication and Reiki. All right. So we can go on and on about it. I believe in it. Oh, thank you so much, Doc Ree. All right. So next question. So Doc Ree is number 5. So we have, 5 more. All right. Next question, guys. What is the name of the FB group? Is it hard again? That Janet has on FB. Okay? Where she goes live simultaneously every Fridays. Is Luna still lounging by the window? Yes. I think she's still asleep.
Okay. Yes, she is.
I believe animals understand you and feel you. All right, Tina, the Animal Lovers Café, FB, correct. All right, congratulations, Tina. All right, number 6. And then Janet has another cat, right? That one is Luna on the screen, Luna. Right? And what's the name of the other cat?
Did I even say?
You did.
I did. Okay, Luna and her brother.
And her brother starts with the letter M. Just give me your wallet. She's crazy. Do you know the answer as well, Tina? All right, there goes Jeffrey Mampusti. He said Max. Yes, it's Max. Great, Jeff. See, they're listening.
Wow.
All right. So another question from Janet?
Well, from me.
Do you have any?
Just blanking right now.
Blanking right now. Okay. So let me see. See, we're just doing the questions based on, what we have talked about today. Yes, and also Doc Ree knows the name. Yes, Max.
Max.
All right. Cool. Okay. So I just said it a while ago. Max and Luna are what? What's their relationship? There you go. It's very easy. So Max and Luna are what? Okay, what's their relationship? You wanted to give you the name of Luna's mom? There, it's Janet.
Oh, that's true, but their mom was Cleo.
Cleo. Oh, I didn't know the name of their mom. Yeah. All right, Doc Ree says siblings.
Yes.
And Tina said they are cats.
That's the relationship.
Hi, Tina. All right, Doc Ree, congratulations. So we have 1, 2. Okay, so where's everybody? Guys, I know that there's like several of you still in the chat right now. So I know that you can do this. So we have 2 more to go. All right. So I hope that you really they are cats. David said, laugh out loud. The guys, David is gonna be with us again pretty soon for crafty
Okay.
nights. Yes. We're gonna be doing some sewing. All right.
Fun.
Yes, yes. All right. So
Yeah,
tonight
I
we
wore
talked
this for
about
Whoops, you can't see
yes.
it.
Oh,
I
yes.
wore this for craft because you guys are so crafty.
Oh,
Oh,
it's so
wait.
nice. Yes, look at the jacket. It has
Wait.
paws, right?
Okay, hold on.
Embroidered.
It has paws and
Oh, Janet, that is an awesome. Don't show it, Janet. You know, we have a tradition
No, okay.
here in the show. When they see something nice, they say mine.
Oh, no. This is not mine. No, this is mine.
That's why.
Wait, okay. I don't know if this will work, but
All right.
this is even better. Wait.
Oh my goodness. It's awesome. Where'd you get that, Janet? Did you do that yourself?
No. See, I'm not. I used to do some things, but
Uh-huh.
no, not like this. No, I got this at a cat show. The reason I would go to cat shows was the booth. I mean, I would have my own booth. Not for a cat show. They had
Uh-huh.
great, booths. What do you call them?
Yeah,
Exhibitors.
merchandise and stuff.
Yeah, I got this.
Yes.
I mean, talented. Fun. Isn't this? Oh, let me get. Sorry, Luna. But isn't this fun?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Right? So whoever made that, that's super cool.
So
And
talented.
Tina is
So
saying, how cool. Janet, I like that. That's such a funky jacket, Janet. And are those patches? I think some of them were. But some
So
of them were
what do you
actually
call 'em?
embroidered.
Yeah, like this is. But I think like this little paw, the paws
Are
are
embroidered.
embroidered, but
Yes.
no, they're not. Hold on, let's tear it apart. Oh, they are. They are embroidered on the. they're
Yeah, I think they
embroidered
are.
on the fabric.
I think
Yeah, and then
everything
they
is
have some
embroidered.
little diamondy,
Yes.
thingies, and
There are even
and then-
studs.
on the back they have little like necklaces hanging off of like really
The cats'
big,
necks. Yes.
Yeah, but they're not appliques. They're real like.
Oh, really embroidered, right?
They move. No, they're not embroidered. They're
Okay, can
real,
we see
like,
that
little-
again, Janet? Sorry. Can we ask you to stand?
I can't see if. Tell me if I need to.
Yeah,
bend,
but can we
tell me
like
if I need to bend
sew
down
it?
or-
All right. You just want to
Okay.
see that thing. Oh, there you go. There are actually like gems hanging around. Oh, now we
Yeah.
see it. Yes, we see
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
Awesome.
Sorry
We
about my
actually
backside.
do that to our cards sometimes as well.
So
Right. So,
fun.
okay, David, are we going to do something like that? Maybe not. We're just going to do basic. But those are super nice, Janet. Thank you so much. And Mona Inu says, oh, that denim is so beautiful. And there goes
Right.
Marcus, mine.
Okay.
Yes, but
I'll
Marcus
share.
said, no, cats. Okay, how many cats in Janet's jacket? Oh,
Oh,
would
wait.
you know? Did you guys take note?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. I think there were 4. We said it. We're supposed to guess. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there were 4. Okay, so now we cannot ask it because we actually answered it. Oh, Tina said 5. Is there 5?
Yeah, I don't know. So there's one on the front. I can see that one.
All right,
Hold on.
and then
I think there's just 3 on the back. Let me move my microphone so I don't.
okay, sorry, microphone. Let me check on the back. Maybe Tina is correct. Okay,
Tell me.
sorry, Janet. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, yes, Tina is correct. You have 5.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
where's
she
the
even
where's
said
the other
4 at the back and 1 in front. Wow, Tina, you are very observant. Yes,
You did
okay,
better
so
than
Tina
me.
wins
I
that.
thought there was 3.
No, there's 4 at the back and 1 in front.
Wow.
OMG. Tina, you're so observant. Amazing. All right, so just one. I have CCTV eyes. No, I think you're a Jedi, right? So there you go. Okay, so just one more, guys. Just one more question.
Drum roll.
Okay, drum roll. Okay, and what could that be? All right. Janet, before becoming an animal communicator and Reiki practitioner, used to be what? Used to do what? Okay, you answers can be 2. Either one of the 2. All right, go. The force is strong with Tina. Yes, David, it is indeed. But kidding aside, I think Tina can really do, Reiki, because she also has,
Everybody can.
yes, everybody.
Everybody
All right.
can.
So, guys, again, okay. All right, there you go. David said broadcasting. Marcus said broadcasting. All right, David, congratulations. Okay, do you know, David, how much is 50 pesos in US money? That's $1. All right. So,
Great.
yes, but $1 here is already, a load for cell phone for a day.
Wow.
Yes. So
Wow.
your dollar here goes a long, long way, right? So she was in broadcasting. Yes, Tina. But David was first. All right. So congratulations to our winners for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me and Janet. And Janet, maybe just last few words. Into music. Okay, so hold on. David says, woohoo! And yes, into music. Yes, that's correct, Docri. Before
Yeah.
even going into broadcasting, that is really her major. That was her first major undergraduate course, and she even had a masteral.
Master.
Yes, in that one. So literally, she actually has like three, because she has the undergraduate, the masteral degree, and then another one. And then now, animal communication and Reiki, right? So she never stops learning, right? So she is amazing. Thank you, Janet, for introducing us to Reiki.
Oh, thank
All
you,
right.
Tina.
Yes. Thank you so much, really, Janet. Okay, so maybe just, some last few words to everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Lala. So, about the system of Reiki, about Reiki with animals, you don't have to have an animal to
Mm.
learn this, to practice this. So, just start. If you're interested, feel free to contact me. But and I'll be happy to come back if you wanted. But there's so much to this, and it's a never. The thing I love is about Reiki, spiritual energy, is as long as we're alive, we can learn and get better. So isn't that like kind of true about all things in life? With practice, we can just get better, and then as we get better, we can go back to basics and get better. But go have fun with animals, even if you don't have one currently in your home, in your life that lives with you. There are animals everywhere in this whole world, hopefully, and just maybe just and it could be an insect. Say hello to them. Just see, what it's like to be with them, to look at them through new eyes. Like become innocent like you were when you were little. And, you were smaller and closer to the ground and you could see things and everything in the world was kind of new and wonderful. So take a moment and just say, oh, hello, flower. Hello, whatever it is that's in your life. Just make that little connection. And it can take you out of the stuff of life, the crazy stuff that we're all dealing with, especially since I think we're all adults here. It's, life is, they don't tell us what life's going to be like. Maybe they don't know. They don't know. But just taking a moment, it can just maybe help you let go of some of that anger and some of that stress, some of that worry. Animals can help us, and Mother Nature too.
All right. Thank you so much, Janet.
My last words are always have fun with animals.
All right.
That's it.
Always have fun
with animals.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Janet, for actually guiding us through Reiki, especially as you said, right? We live in a crazy world. There's so many things that are happening that is really beyond our control. Nobody has actually prepared us for what we have all been facing, whether where we are in the world. So thank you so much for teaching us something that we can use to be able to actually heal ourselves, not just physically, but spiritually, mentally, and even loving animals in the process, right? And actually, you don't, as you said, you don't even need animals to actually learn how to learn from the animals, right? So again, we need to be able to have Janet back Okay, there's just so many exciting things more about, I've never heard of animal communication nor Reiki till I actually joined Lida way back in April. That's where I met Janet and some other animal communicators in the group. And when they started talking about it, it's like they were always very passionate. And eventually, I really, learned to embrace, okay, the concept of animal communication. But then again, I know there's so many more things that I actually need to learn. And if you guys are very much interested in that, I'm sure we will be able to invite Janet pretty soon. Hopefully, again, we need to schedule, because again, schedules are important when they are on the other side of the world. All right, so just the last read through our comment section. David saying, thank you, Janet and Lala. Thank you, David, for staying from the beginning till the end. I super duper appreciate it, David. This is like a facet of Rudolf Steiner philosophy. Yes, 100%
Wow.
agree with your closing statement, Janet Steiner. Thank you for joining us on the show tonight from a super fluke. Your advice means so much during times like this. Yes, 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 about that animal communication. All right, Doc Ree, we're gonna do that again. Again, before we leave, again, Janet, can we have that last message again?
Okay, I've got a different one.
Oh, a different one. Okay.
Allow your beautiful bright light that's inside of you to shine for the world to see, because the world needs you and your beautiful light.
Thank you
if
so
you can
much.
have an animal in your life to help you bring that shine out, yay.
Thank
So,
you, Janet. And
thank
bye-bye,
you.
Luna. Oh, now she's facing us. Right? Bye, Luna. All right. Again, thank you so much, Janet. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Okay, tomorrow, I'm going to have a special episode for Crafty Nights, Janet, and the people in the chat, because I will actually go live on Amazon Live. Okay,
No,
it's
really?
my first time to go live in there, so I would love for you guys to join me. Even if you're not gonna buy anything, just your presence there means so much to me. This is my first time, so I don't know about the tech. I don't know basically what I'm gonna be doing. So just your support to being there in the chat would mean so much to me. Again, Janet, thank you so, so much. And I
Thank you,
hope that
Lala.
this is not the last time. Guys, if you're not yet subscribed to Janet, I hope that you do so. And see you in the chat on her Facebook when she does go live. Bye!
Bye.
Again, thank you so, so much, everyone, for joining us. Good day, good morning, good evening to everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And please don't forget what Janet has taught us tonight.